I'd always been writing songs. I'd been writing songs way back in 1998 and never got anywhere with it because everybody kept putting me down. Never even thought about starting out on my own.
I always wanted to have my own business, but I didn't know what. That was really all my life. I was trying to find different things. And then suddenly I found yoga. But even after taking my qualification, it took me a year to get the courage to start my business.
I was made redundant at Christmas time. We had been wanting to open an interiors business with painted furniture for a long time, but it's difficult to give up good jobs. And it was exactly the push that we needed to make the break.
I was working with family, just the times weren't working, and it was just really a struggle because basically I was teaching, waking up at 7, knowing that I'm working that morning, getting childcare sorted. It was just chaos.
I was previously employed as a technician. The way I was treated wasn't that brilliant, so I knew I had to do something. I just didn't enjoy it, and it was just getting me down.
I paint furniture, and I'm quite arty, and I love all of that side of stuff. I hate anything to do with the business side. Just give me a brush and let me create.
I worked in the media up in London. I did a lot of camera and editing, things of that kind of nature. The job came to an end up there because I just wasn't any money anymore, as it tends to go, feast and famine. So just ended up coming down there, and that's how I ended up being unemployed. And it was good because I really wanted to kind of come back and have something a bit more solid in Torquay.
It's been really hard being self-employed by myself and trying to find all the information that I needed.
I think I saw an advert in the Herald Express, and I also saw something on social media as well.
I walked into John Centre and I saw a big banner of Outset, and I thought, that is a calling, I need to ring them.
Listening to the radio at work, I kept hearing Outset, Outset, Outset. And then the one day I listened, and when I heard what they do, to help new businesses, I thought, that is just what I need.
I heard about Outset actually originally from a friend who's been through the Outset process, and that was the reason why I took action, because I thought, oh, it's something that could help me.
I Googled it and I found that they do free help to businesses in Torbay. That was like the major goal for me, because I thought, well, I can't afford to pay anybody at the moment, and that's what I needed, so that's why I went to Outset.
A lady came into the shop trying to sell web space to advertise the business, and she was an Outset client and suggested that I join Outset to get all the knowledge I needed to actually run my own business.
I had no previous knowledge at all about setting up a business. I'd always worked for other people.
Everything to do with business, I had no idea.
The whole tax side of things, what does it involve? Then there's the marketing.
How do I set myself up as a sole trader and do freelance work, things like that, and what's the best ways to go about it?
Everything you need to know to keep your books in order.
Cash flow, startup, costs, forecasts, and all these different types of things. I wouldn't have had a clue.
Previously being a manager with other big companies in the UK, you only see the front of house. You never see back of house. All the wages, all the tax, the insurance was all done by head offices.
The workshops were fantastic and so informative.
It taught you to bring it together, to merge everything into one.
I learnt how to manage the finances, how to project what was likely to happen financially, how to pay taxes, register for national insurance, deal with agents, absolutely everything about running a business. I was amazed how little I knew beforehand.
I knew about Facebook, but I'd never even gotten into Twitter. I've now got 3 accounts on Twitter just to keep the business afloat, and it works.
A lot of the things you don't think about in business, the daunting things, the way they explained it, they broke it down and made it, I wouldn't say it was like a game, but they made it just so enjoyable.
It was really easygoing, and it really packed in a lot of information for the amount of time that you're actually there.
You name it, I learned everything, and it's still kind of inside, which is nice. You don't actually forget.
I had vague understandings about certain aspects of business, but it was good to get a lot of that kind of reconfirmed.
Marketing, finance, selling, stuff that I knew before, but just getting more information, feeling more confident about it.
I think a lot of the barriers are is it a good idea? And a part of the course was that kind of bashing out ideas, and then somebody says, oh, well, I think your business could be this, or you'd be really good at doing that. And that was really good at kind of seeing, okay, well, people seem to be understanding what I'm trying to do and the direction I'm trying to go into.
Being in a women's only group was really great. There wasn't any competition, so everybody felt really relaxed to say what they wanted to say. We have really good conversations and brainstorming.
They'll help you put your concept together. You will have the idea, but you can work out whether it's going to be feasible or maybe it needs slightly tweaking.
It wouldn't necessarily be advice, it would just be an opinion, which would be great. That's all you needed. So it was the support in that way as well, within the friends that you meet and within the tutors, that would give you the boost each week to get it going.
What I liked most about the workshops was the people that I met, the teacher, the atmosphere, really camaraderie.
Everyone's got a different kind of business plan, whether it's setting up a cafe or running an accountancy firm. So being able to kind of all work together towards different things was really, really handy.
I liked the friendliness and accessibility of it, with really nice, real people to speak to and learn from, and the incredible depth of knowledge they all had in every aspect of what I needed to learn.
Meeting all sorts of people, making lots of friends, meeting the team, they're like another little family, really.
Everyone was so helpful. It was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It took a lot of pressure off.
You're not sort of like under that rules and regulations, like you have to be here for this, you have to be there for that. It is still your choice.
It's really supportive, it's really nice, it's something that I look forward to each week.
Because people said, oh, you can't do that because you haven't got the brains or you're not good enough, it really takes it out of you, and that's the biggest hindrance you get. And Outset put that ego back to be able to go out there and say, I am good, this is what I can do.
It really sort of like helps kind of organise yourself and prioritise yourself and how you're going to kind of attack kind of not only getting the business set up but running it afterwards.
Now that the business is up and running, it's having the backup there and someone friendly to have a chat with when things come along that I don't get and don't understand.
And if you have a problem, you just pick the phone up, give them a call, and I'll just explain to you.
They're always asking how things are going. If I'm struggling about anything, I need advice, I know I can walk in the office and somebody's there, I'll say, yeah, I've got 5 minutes, come have a chat.
It's kind of like my safety net for me, that I know that I can call on any of the girls at Outset and I will get the help and advice.
It is like a little family because we're always coming back together every once in a while for networking monthly, or you can have one-to-ones and things like that. That's what I love. The support's always there like your family, so.
It's going to help me to move forward quicker and just keep giving me the courage to keep on going and to see people who are ahead of me. You need mentors in your life. And now I've got those with Outset, which is wonderful. Once
you get the information, it's really not that scary. And they're always there. So you can always ask the questions. But I think doing the workshops, having other people that are going through the same thing as you, gaining confidence, all of those things are just priceless. The business is great. It's gone way beyond my dreams. I didn't realise it would take off quite the way it has.
Once you start, you get the ball rolling, momentum starts, and it's really wonderful.
I'm busier now than I thought I would be, to the point where I'm getting fed up with answering the phone.
I've gone from a couple of after-school clubs to breakfast clubs in schools and after school. And from that, I'm now teaching in the curriculum, which is amazing.
I went out, I spent £150 on a rabbit suit and everything to keep cool. And he's really taken off. He works with children, he works with adults, he works on so many levels. He's going to be a money spinner by the end of the year.
I don't think I probably would have got as far as I have done with the business right now had I not done the Outset course.
I think it's fantastic. I think there should be an Outset in every town across the country.
It's a really wonderful organisation. There are so many things that you can be scared of and you think, how am I going to do this? Because there's so many things to do. It is hard work, but just take that first step and you're one step closer to your goal.
I would certainly suggest coming to Outset, and I have done to other people. I think everybody needs help. It's a lot harder than it looks.
What this has done is enabled me to live my dream, but with the business sense behind it, and I couldn't have done that without Outset. wouldn't have happened. Wouldn't be here.
I was sat round helping somebody look after a shop and looking after my sister who's disabled and wondering what else is there. Outset showed me that there is something better out there. So I can't thank Outset enough for that.
In my previous job, I just got rock bottom and it was a make or break. And now I am up here. Everything is just perfect. And Outset made that perfect.
The bottom line is, you know, you're only on Earth a very short amount of time, cosmically speaking. You should just definitely go for it because you're a long time dead, basically.